me a mad woman, mad woman, mad woman, calling me a mad woman, mad woman. I really care. Boy, you tell me love if I'm a mad woman.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday Night Live with me, Laura Ann Rennick. So I am an intuitive artist, a creative soul guide, and a spiritual confidence facilitator, if you have not met me before. However, if you have, give me a big hello, or even if you haven't. So a few of you aren't already, good evening to you. Hello, Pat. Hi, Lou, Linda, Carly. Lovely to see you all on. Thank you very much. So last week when I did my first live in a while. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Trudy. So, yeah, my first live in a while last week. The tech did not want to play. So I'm hoping it wants to play a bit more this week and it's a bit more well-behaved and everything runs smoothly. Fingers crossed. So for those of you that haven't met me before, and even for those of you that have, just wanted to talk a bit about like what I do, and then I'm going to go into some weekly color guidance, and I've got a bit of a plan for this evening, and some of you might have seen as well, and if you haven't already, then I've closed it off, but I am going to give away a soul art painting tonight, so I'm really looking forward to that, but I will tell you more about that shortly. Emma, good evening. Good evening, Alexandria. Nice to see you on here. Oh, exciting stuff. So if you are watching and you haven't said hello yet, don't be shy. Give me a big hello in the comments. We're all friendly people here. If you haven't, you've been missing out. Oh, thanks. So what do I do? So obviously with the painting, I'm an intuitive artist. So using my artistic skills, I create soul art paintings, and I also lead women through various creative and spiritual processes, programs, masterclasses. And that spills into what you'll see right here. So this is my astro color theory system color wheel. And it's a system I put together using astrology, like artistic color theory, chromotherapy, like color therapy, color psychology, the chakra system, the great wheel of life, and all of that in there. You can use that. You can apply it to your natal chart. You can do readings with it. You can do a whole host of things with it. And I am going to be doing some color guidance tonight, not individually for everyone, but I pulled a color card for the week, and I'm going to give you some weekly guidance that will help take you through. Becky, nice to see you on here. It feels like ages since I've seen you. So with that, that's the art side of things. Obviously, the paintings, the color bits, and then the creative soul guide. So I do a very special program called Soul Hearted, and it's a 3-month program, which I will be launching again soon, but that's by the by. I'll come to that bridge when we get to it. But yeah, using different sort of creative processes to support you in finding yourself and experiencing things in different ways. Like some people will say, oh, I'm not creative at all. I can't paint. I can't do this. And it's not about learning to paint. It's not about like being arty or anything like that. It's about using the artistic and creative processes to find yourself, to find your confidence, to connect in deeper, like with your guides, with your higher self, for healing. And those of you that journeyed with me on Soul Hearted on the last run of it know exactly what I'm talking about. And then with the spiritual confidence facilitator thing. So I like to say I'm not a fixer, I'm a facilitator. So I'm not here to fix anybody's problems and to tell you what you must do. I'm here to facilitate space for you to fix your own problems, to facilitate the confidence in you to delve into your spiritual self, to delve into you as you are, to have the confidence to be and embrace you as you were always meant to be. And I do that through guidance, like intuitive guidance. I do cards. I do obviously the artwork. I do different masterclasses. I've got my membership, the Soul Circle. So a whole plethora of things going on of what I can do. But if you want to find out more, you can click onto the website www.annavere.co.uk and you can find out more on there. So Pat says it was super amazing. Thought I couldn't draw a stick man before. Yeah, and it's like I say, it's not just about the art, but I think all the women got to the end and it did unleash some form of creativity within them that wasn't really there before. And that's not just the ability to make a really nice picture and a lovely painting or anything like that, but the creativity to actually create things within your life, to facilitate, to create, to make shifts that you need. And through these creative processes, it's almost like, well, it's like an art therapy in a sense, where it uses art as a, not so much a distractor, but you can go into the art and the stuff is going on in the mind. And it's something like I do it with children as well. I work twice a week in a school with children doing art well-being work. And art is such a powerful tool in art therapy because you can use it in different ways to get people talking. It triggers the brain in different ways, and it's really, really helpful. And but I'm not here to promote all the art stuff at the minute, because that's coming at a later date. I am going to be launching Soul Hearted again soon. There is a wait list though, so if you do want to find out more, I'll pop the Soul Hearted waitlist in. That will be launching next month, ready to start at the end of March. And I only launch that twice a year. So this will be the second run of it. And I will get lots of lovely, good reviews from the ladies before that I can share with you. But on next, let's do some hellos. Let's see who's here. So Elaine, I can see you here. Hi, Elaine. It's nice to see you. Becky, don't seem to get notified on your light. Oh, no. So, yeah, like Linda says, if you check on the settings, so Facebook's algorithm is a bit of a pain in the bum and has decided that it doesn't really want to show people anymore. So you've really got to work for it. And I think hopefully if you're on my email list, you should have got an email to say that I was going to be live tonight. Because last week it was live for the first time since the 14th of December. And there was a few of us on, but not as many as we usually have. So I thought I'd do the email tonight. And obviously I'm doing the painting giveaway as well. So I want to make sure you all got a chance to enter into that. So Sam's here. Hi, Sam, my cheerleader. Amanda, lovely to see you on here. Joanne, it's good to see you too. Kat, hello, my lovely. Yay. The new button, set a reminder, was a good one. Yes. Yeah. So next time, so what I'm going to do is schedule the lives to come up sort of a day or so in advance. And then you can click the reminder. And then that will give you a ping and let me know when I'm here. Just finished work. Oh, bless you. I've seen you've been a busy bee today, Amanda. A really, really busy bee. So moving into the color guidance. So this is sort of guidance for all. I'm not doing individual guidance. But so the astro color guidance, as you can see there, this is the color chart. And you can use it in conjunction with your own sign. So each zodiac sign has a color, whether you're using it with your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising, your Venus sign, your Jupiter, anything like that. This whole thing can be applied to, well, this whole thing can be applied to your whole natal chart. But in this sense, I'm just going to apply this to the week. And then if you were on my mailing list before I sent out the color email, then you should have had a rundown of color guidance for this phase. So we are in Aquarius at the minute, moving towards Pisces. So you should have had guidance for your sign through the phase of Aquarius. And then when it comes to Pisces, then I'm going to send out more guidance. And there's a bit for every single sign for all the 12 signs. So if you got that email, actually, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you thought as well. And if you know that you're on my email list, but you haven't got it, do check back on your emails, or maybe check your promotions or your spam folder. It might have gone into there, because I know a few people have been getting emails in the wrong places. But there is a full rundown for this phase and in conjunction with what your color is. However, I'm just pulling a card for, and I've got, these are the Secret Language of Color Oracle. Pat, you got your email. Fabulous. So this Oracle deck, I use a lot with my color work. And what I can do is, when I'm doing a personal one, so if you booked a personal one-to-one color guidance session with me, we would make your personal color chart, and then we'd look at the color combinations, what they mean for you, and then we pull some oracle cards and use them as guidance in correlation with your color chart. So you can book that. You can go to the website and book a one-to-one color guidance one, and then that factors in your own personal color chart, oracle guidance, and then we'll pull the tarot as well. So I don't actually offer like readings, but if you want like deep guidance, not just a quick spur of the moment, quick reading and Bob's your uncle, you're off. If you want some proper deep guidance and support and solutions, then you can book one in there with me. So seeing, yeah, got it. Pat resonates with me. Wow. Lou loved the email. Alexandra, you got it. Katie, oh, it's good to see you. Keep disappearing during a while. On, need to get back and coming back on. Oh, bless you. So to be honest, no need to apologize. So this is only the second time I've been live since the 14th of December. The first time was last week. I didn't do any lives whatsoever through January. But I have been running a 4/5 week little program called Woman Unleashed. So the ladies that are in that have been seeing me in there. Amanda, full moon, Leo tomorrow. What color is that? So Leo is sunshine yellow. I'll go through the whole color wheel actually, and I'll tell you what they all are. Katie, oh, thank you so much. We are doing very well, and I hope you are as well. Not too busy. Joanne, yes. So Sagittarius is pink. Carly, you got the email. Yep. So if we start at Aries, so Aries is teal, like a turquoisey color. So if you're looking in that corner there, so I can't point at teal, but down there. So you've got teal, it's Aries. Taurus is green, and we work anti-clockwise on this one. Gemini is lime green. Cancer is yellow. Leo is sunshine yellow, or like that mustardy color. Virgo is orange. Libra is coral. Scorpio is red. Sagittarius is pink. Capricorn is violet. And Aquarius is indigo. Pisces is blue. So Taurus is green. Yep, Sam knows it. Sam is a Taurus, I think. So let me know what your colors are, how you feel about them. You might not like them, you might love them. But with the color chart system that I use, it's not just your color. So we factor in color theory. So from an artistic point of view, gelling in with the astrology and the actual color wheel. So you have your complementary color, you have your two harmonious colors, and you also have your two triadic colors as well. And then that gives insight into how that works and what that means for you. So it can be really, really interesting. So maybe next week or the week after, I might do some individual color readings. But today I'm going to do just like an overall that you can take from it. Okay, so the color that I pulled, we've got purple. And on this one, it says developmental clarity. And on the color wheel there, so purple, you've got indigo and you've got violet. So it kind of sits somewhere in between. However, purple for me is whenever I'm moving through the chakras, the third eye chakra is normally indigo, and then you've got violet. But sometimes what I do through meditations is I have purple and then white. So purple to me really, really goes into the third eye chakra more than anything. And oh, hello, if you've just popped on, nice to see you all. So purple for me is more about the third eye. And on this card, it actually says developmental clarity. But purple as well is about feeling into that richness. And if you think about the color of purple, and going back to history, purple used to be one of the most expensive dyes. It's all about luxury and about being quite opulent as well. But with this developmental clarity at the minute, especially this week, money or finances or just sort of abundance as a topic, maybe at the forefront of your mind. And this could be creating a bit of pressure, a bit of stress, especially like within the head, like literally causing you headaches. But with this purple, it's also, when you look at the color wheel from an artistic point of view, you've got your cool colors and you've got your warm colors. And oh, we've got a few of you popping on. Alison, hello. Cadbury's, Anne, hello to you. Lauren, hi. Michelle, good to see you. Oh, lots of you popping on. This is great. So yeah, you've got your cool colors and your warm colors. And in this system that I've created, your cool colors are your introverted colors. They are your being colors. And then the warm colors are your extroverted colors, and they're your doing colors. So purple on the cool side is inviting you to come out of that craziness of just doing and doing and doing. And it's bringing you back into that mind and that stillness of thinking before you leap, or taking a minute to just pause, think things through before you lash out, or before you just make an impulse decision. So this week, you may feel like you need to change things up and things aren't working for you and shit's going wrong and everything's just, you just trying to find a solution and thinking, right, what am I going to do? Do not make any solid decisions this week, okay? Or at least don't make them from a place of anger, frustration, desperation, anything like that. This week, any decisions to be made, you need to sit on it and give it a bit of a think, because at the minute, I feel like a lot of energy is feeling a bit squashy. Like our minds, our heads are just feeling a lot of pressure this week. Lou's had such a headache today. Capricorn, so violet is your color, stressing about money. Yeah, and it's something that's coming up. And this is just saying, rather than leaping and doing and doing and doing. And Emma, hello. Oh, it's nice to see you on here. Rather than just doing and doing, like take the time to think things through, make a plan before just jumping head first, and set your intentions and really think about things, especially if there's something, a project or something that you're thinking, right, I need to do this, I need to do it. Just take some time, even if it's still a good idea, but there could be things that if you just take a minute to think, you can add more to it, or it can mature a little bit and it can become better than it was going to be if you'd just gone kind of gung-ho straight in about it. So this week, and I've got 3 and 9 here. Okay. So, okay, this week it is time to like really think things through, because between next month, March, and September, the wheels are turning, and they're going to be turning a bit faster, and that's going to give you a chance to move from that thinking, that planning, that up in the mind into the actual doing of things, taking the action, implementing your ideas and your plans, and hitting the ground running. So especially January last month was a real like hibernation time to really take some rest, be gentle with ourselves, but again, to just really be thinking. Whereas next month, what you want to be doing, and I know this is meant to be a weekly, but it's giving me next month, so we're going to roll with it. You need to be putting all the plans in now, because as I say, from March, you're going to hit the ground running. Okay, so if there's anything big that you're moving into, whether it's work, it's family life, any holidays that you're planning, anything to do with anything really, just don't rush into it this week. Okay, take your time to let it mature, to let it simmer, and then from next week on, then you can escalate a bit more and a bit more. And then because we've got a couple of weeks left, and it'll be interesting to see as we move into that Pisces energy, how that shifts as well. So purple for you, if you Michelle, January was shite. So if you are a purple, so if you're an Aquarius or a Capricorn, you can take this, because that's that purple tone, because Aquarius is indigo, Capricorn is violet. This is very much your place of alignment. So if you're Aquarius or Capricorn, this is your space to be, okay, to be in your element, to really mull things over, to deepen into you and really align with where you're at, what you're doing, what your focus is, and to really think things through. However, if you are, and I'm going to use the 2 complementaries here, so going opposite. Nicola, hello to you, lovely. So going opposite on the color wheel. And if you've just joined on to watch, like, you can take this guidance is for everyone. I'm not doing individual guidance this evening. So if you are going straight opposite, if you are a Leo or if you're a Cancer, so these are the complementary colors. So they're dead opposite on the color wheel. So Cancer is dead opposite Capricorn. So if you are a Cancer, you're yellow, then purple, that violet, is your complementary color. And what this does is it helps you change your mindset. It helps you flip the switch a bit. So if things are becoming a bit stale, then bringing in this purple color, working with this purple energy for you. If you are not Capricorn, if you're a Cancer or a Leo, to bring in that purple energy, to come out of that doing, and be more into the planning, into that purple state. This is going to help you, because it's your complementary color, to create more impact, to help you switch up your mindset, to get out of any funks that you're in at the minute. But also you might find that it could trigger you in a way as well. So complementary colors, and much like people as well, because the complementary, like the art theory, the color theory system actually works with people as well as just colors. So say, for example, if you're a Cancer, you're a yellow, then your complementary on the color wheel would be violet, which is a Capricorn. And I like to say your complementaries are your marmites. You either love them or you hate them, but either way, they're going to trigger you. They're either going to trigger you in a way that lights a fire under your ass and gets you going and doing all the things that you want to be doing, and it's going to spur you on, or they're going to trigger you in such a way they make you angry, they really piss you off. Oh, Anne, hello to you. Carly, hello. Amy, good to see you. So yeah, that's your complementary. So using this to make a shift, okay, to shift up your mindset. However, okay, this is where it changes. If you're a Pisces or if you are a Sagittarius, then with this is more of a harmonious color for you. Okay, well, actually saying that, actually, yeah, we'll go Pisces. I'm looking at this purple as it's in between indigo and Capricorn. But harmonious colors are the ones that are next to your color on the color wheel. So let's say, actually, if you're a Sagittarius, a Capricorn, an Aquarius, or a Pisces, you can take all of this, because that purple will cover that as a whole one. Harmonious, this is more your comfort zone. Okay, this is where you can just be, you can relax, you can take more comfort from just being in the moment. And actually, because it's your harmonious, unlike the complementary where that triggers you and switches up your mindset, your harmonious helps you to stay within the mindset that you're in. It helps you to maintain, and it's not going to trigger you. It's going to, like, it's literally your comfort zone. Sometimes this can be good for you because it's where you'll thrive, but other times your comfort zone is where we need to step out. So this is on you to figure out if you need that push, if you need to step out of your comfort zone, or if you need to maintain that mindset vision. Then you can continue to work with the color purple. Now I could go into the triadic system, but that is just going to complicate things even further. So I'm going to leave you with that. If you are a color that I haven't mentioned, or if you're a sign that I haven't mentioned specifically, you can still take the purple guidance. But of course, if you're a Pisces, an Aquarius, a Capricorn, not magenta, that's your color, a Sagittarius, or you're a Leo or a Cancer, then this will have a much heavier impact on you, and you can use those colors. However, if you are Scorpio, Libra, Virgo, or Aries, Taurus, and Gemini, then you might find there's a bit of indifference here on this one. And with that purple, that mental clarity, you might find for you that indifference is it feels like that's not what you need to do, or that you're not sure on exactly what, like you feel that there's something to be done, but you can't pinpoint your finger on it. So have a think on just taking things slow, mulling things over, letting things simmer before you just dive on straight in, okay, and see how that goes this week. And don't feel pressure and stressed if things don't seem to be going your way, okay? I feel like we're moving with the ebbs and flows at the minute, and it is sent to test us. But developmental clarity is to get clear on what you actually want to be doing, okay? And if at the minute you think, well, I don't know what I want to be doing, then this is prime time to figure that out, okay? And what I normally say is, if nothing else mattered, those of you that have been on like masterclasses and Go F Yourself masterclass and Women Unleashed and all of that, if nothing else mattered, so if money was no object, if no one was going to tell you you can't or shouldn't do this, if you had no responsibilities, like if nothing else mattered, what would you do? And then as you think about it, and then try, and you might not be able to do that exactly, but what would you do if nothing else mattered? And see if you can facilitate that, or in some form or of another, some form or another. And then from there, work backwards. Okay, so you have like this as a goal, and you work backwards and think, well, to do that I need to do this, but then to do this I need to do that. Okay, so it always helps to have that in the long run. And I've seen people saying recently, like, just throw it to the universe, just trust in it, trust and believe, and it will come. And I'm all for manifesting, I'm all for the law of attraction, but, and I was going to send this out in an email the other day and I didn't, and I still will at some point. But I've had this analogy of, and this is me getting into, Sam's going to love this bit because this is me getting into a semi rant here, but I've got another rant, like a specific rant that I've scheduled in. But there you go. Sam definitely works, proven today when I was rare and red, and that is your complementary color. So with this one, this rant, so they're hoping and wishing and shooting it to the universe and just keeping your fingers crossed and praying and praying and praying. I came about this metaphor of the reason why a lot of you are hoping and praying and it's never coming to fruition, it's never happening, is because, yeah, you can hope, you can pray, but are you actually like taking the action? And it's like that story as well. There you go, Sam. Like that story of that man begging and begging to win the lottery, and it's like, well, help me out, buy a ticket. But the analogy that I came up with was, imagine you're in the kitchen, okay, and you're staring at the oven and you're like, I really want a cake. And you stare at the oven and you're like, no cake yet. And you go and sit in the living room and you're like, right, I really want some cake. I'm gonna put cake on my vision board. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed. Universe, send me some cake. And all you're thinking about is cake. You're journaling, writing down about cake. Oh, I love cake. I want some. I could really use some cake in my life. Universe, source, please send me cake. And then you go back, look in the oven. There's no cake there, and you're feeling really, really discouraged. And then you find this coach online and she goes, oh, I found a cake in my oven and all I did was wished and hoped and prayed for it and I found cake. And you're like, well, if she can do it, I can do it. So you continue and you're like, I just want this cake. And then you start to get really pissed off with yourself because you're like, well, I'm talking to the universe, I'm journaling, I'm doing all this stuff. I'm getting the crystals out, I'm making grids, I'm saging, I'm doing all the things, But this cake has just not appeared in my oven. Why has this cake not appeared? So thinking like all of this stuff, you can hope and wish and pray as much as you want, but the only way a cake is going to appear in that oven is if either someone else prepares it and puts it in there, and by chance you're like, oh my God, wow, this cake, and it's left to chance, or you take the action, you prepare the batter, like knowing that you're not making the cake, you've made the batter, and then you put the batter over into the oven, being the universe, and you trust that into there, that it will give you a cake. It will bake into a cake. Okay, so a lot of it, it is simple. You can hope, wish, pray, journal, sage, whatever the hell you want. But unless you're actually taking actionable steps and implementing things, you're not going to get what you want unless it's by sheer chance. And there is people out there that are charging money to say, oh, well, I found a cake in my oven. Like, pay me this much and I'll tell you my secrets. And people are paying for it. And it's literally either happened by chance, or these people did find a cake in the oven, but they just didn't tell you that they made the batter first. Okay, so sorry, I'm making everyone want cake now. But it's the way I was thinking about it, because everyone's like, oh, why is this not happening for me? I've just really, really been wanting it. So going back to what I was saying about taking actionable steps, making a plan, like actually thinking, right, this is what I want. How can I facilitate that to come in? And you don't have to think of the exact specifics, but to have a bit of a plan is going to help you out. You can't just be like throwing it like 2 sheets to the wind, be like, fuck it, yeah, that's going to happen. I asked the universe, it's coming back in. And sometimes I'm not going to say it's like poo-poo, because it's not. I've thought of stuff and literally like instantly manifested. And I'm like, wow, okay, wow, this is pretty good. And it just happens to be there. But when it's the big stuff, you have to put the effort in, you have to put action in. And that will lead me into what my rant is for later on, because I've got other stuff I need to talk about first. Actually, I have one thing I need to talk about first, and then I'm going to go into that. But I'm going to read the comments. Right. Yeah. Everyone wants a cake. Michelle, yeah, things don't just suddenly appear. They don't. Need to put effort in. Manifestation is great, but you need action to ground it to reality, for sure. Exactly. And there's so many phonies out there that are charging thousands and thousands of pounds. And they're like, I'll tell you my secrets. And then they're like, well, the secret is to tell someone else that you're going to tell them their secrets. And then it just, yeah. But that's another story altogether. Amy's just grabbed a Kit Kat. Had cake, you feel fat now. Sometimes we ask for things that aren't for our good. We do. And this is true. And this is also why, coming back to that, sitting on things and having a think, be sure that it's what you want. And sometimes we get into the habit of just doing things because we've either done it for so long, or because we just told someone that we're going to do it, or because we told ourselves we were going to do it. But when you stop and think, and you think, do I still want to do this? Is this still what I want to be doing? A lot of the time you're going to be sitting and thinking, no, it's not what I want to be doing. But you're just doing it because you said you would, or because you think that's what someone else wants you to do. And then you take a step back and you're like, I've just wasted all this time doing this shit that I don't want to do. I'm doing it to keep someone else happy, but they're still moaning at me anyway. So why don't I just do something that makes me happy? So I have got, actually, I'm going to send out, because after I wrote the whole cake email, and I am going to send that out, actually. I'll send that out tomorrow. There is Amy's just seen my t-shirt. Yeah, don't be a dick. I will send the cake email out tomorrow, and in that email is a link to a free guide, like goal guide booklet planner thing. And it can help you actually nail what your goals are, like what your current goals are, who are they for, why do you want them, who's going to benefit from them, are they what you actually want? And then when you've gone through that, then you can go on to the next bit where you create like a roadmap. Otherwise, it's just like deciding you want to go start here and go somewhere, and instead of looking at a map or putting it in your sat nav, you're like, fuck it, let's go. And then you're off on your way, and then you get lost, and then you wonder why you didn't get to where you wanted to be. You need a roadmap. But there you go. Amy, this t-shirt, I think I got it from Nasty Gal. I do get a lot of stuff in there, but yeah, don't be a dick. So Amanda says, be specific. You might get the man, but you might be an arse. The cake might give indigestion. Exactly. So if you're like, I want cake, and then it comes and you're like, oh, I don't like carrot cake. Well, you didn't say what you wanted. So yeah, you have to be specific. It's like that genie thing. Like if you don't specifically ask for what you want, they're going to give you some loose form of it, and then you're going to get shitty that it wasn't what you wanted in the first place. When actually, you've been delivered what you asked for. You just weren't entirely specific about it. So make sure you nail what you really want before you start hoping and praying and wishing and then taking the action, because the action is the most important part. It's just like I say, sitting there hoping for a cake, but you've not actually done anything. You're just hoping on a whim that someone's going to have put a cake in there on the off chance. You've got to take action to make it more like happen. So yes, anyway, moving on to what I was going to say, back onto the color guidance very briefly. So talking about this and your charts and everything, where I mentioned you can book a one-to-one color guidance chart, and you can do that there via the website. And that would be a one-to-one with me via Zoom. We'll make your chart, we'll do your guidance with the oracle, like the colors, and then we'll look into your tarot as well. So it is basically includes a reading. And it's the only form of one-to-one readings I do now. I don't do any other kind of one-to-one reading. But however, if a one-to-one isn't your bag, or if it's slightly out of your budget for now, then what I am offering is a Astro Color Confidence Masterclass, and that's on the 28th of this month. It's only £22. However, if you're in my Soul Circle, anyone that's in my membership, there's a post in there, and obviously you'll get your Soul Circle discount on that. Do check that out before you book though. But the Astro Color Confidence Masterclass, so it will be using your sun sign color, and we're literally going to I'll talk you through. You're going to create your own color chart, and you're going to know exactly what those colors mean for you, how you can use those colors. And also there'll be a little guidebook in there so you can fill it out as you go. And then it's going to help you, whether you're into astrology or not, or like whatever your bag is. If you know about your natal chart and how to look at it, or even if you don't, if you haven't got a clue about astrology, you don't need to. If you can see color, then you can follow this. It is so simple and easy, and it gives you another layer to add to your astrology knowledge, but also gives you another layer of understanding, and it's quite accessible as well. So if someone draws you up a natal chart and you look at that and you think, oh, I don't know what that means, if you can look at color and think, right, well, that's red, blue, yellow, green, whatnot, you can do this. So the masterclass, it's on the 28th of February. However, if you can't make it live, there's unlimited replays. So even if you join onto it and you can't watch it live, you can watch the replay back as much as you want. But obviously, if you're on there live, then you get to interact and you can ask questions throughout. And it's a whole interactive masterclass. So the link's there. It's in the comments. You can click on it and you can book it now, or you can book it after the live. But that'll be about a 90-minute masterclass, and it'll go through all the colors, what the colors mean for you, your sign specifically, how they interact on your chart, what your color combinations are, and then how you can use those colors, what those colors mean for you physically, emotionally, mentally. And yeah, it'll be good fun. So I'm really looking forward to that. So the link's there if you want to book on that. So moving into my rant. Okay, so actually it flows very nice on what I was saying before. So my rant today is why you could be sabotaging your happiness, and how free/cheap readings are doing you a disservice. And not just readings, but like free and cheap services as well. Sam, yay. Yeah, make sure that you do get your Soul Circle discount on that if you're in the Soul Circle though. If you just use your code, then it will do it for you. If you're not in the Soul Circle, then you missed out, because I closed the doors to it this weekend. And it was the last time it will be open till July. I only open it twice a year. Anywho, so yes, looking at this one. So free or cheap readings can be doing you more harm than good. And this is partly why I stopped doing them so often on the lives, and why I stopped doing them on other lives as well. Because at the end of the day, it's all very well for me to give you a quick 2-minute reading. However, if you're not in some form of program or membership or anything with me where I can give you that continued support, then having a free reading is not going to do anything much for you in the long run. And a lot of the time, and I'm not going to point the finger, but Those of you that do it will know exactly who you are. But I see it happen so often. Someone will be doing free readings and you'll be on there and you'll have a reading and you're like, okay. Then you go on to the next person that's doing the free readings and you'll ask the exact same question and they'll probably tell you the same thing. And then you go on to the next one and then the next one and then the next one. And they've probably all told you the same thing. Or maybe some of you have told, some of them have said something because they're probably not that good. But then you're sat there and you're like, and you haven't been told what you want to hear. Or you've been told the stuff, but nothing ever changes. Or you got told that same thing in the last reading that you had. And you're just like, well, meh. And it's all very well to have these free readings. Yes, they are good and they can give you a bit of uplift and a bit of inspiration or a little bit of clarity there and then. But there's no follow on with it. There's no accountability. There's no real kind of, what's the word? I suppose, yeah, well, accountability, because you don't get a plan with it. Because for me to give you like a reading that's like 1 or 2 minutes, that's not going to do much for you other than you think, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's pretty good. Because it's just, it's not long term. And the trouble is when you go from here to there and here to there and here to there, hoping and wishing to be told what you want to hear, you've probably been told what you need to hear, but a lot of the times we don't like to hear what we need to hear. We like to hear what we want to hear, and that's not necessarily what's best for us. And with that one, I see it so many times. It's like, oh, you told me this and it hasn't happened. I'm like, well, have you done this though? Like, did you do what I said needed to be? No, I haven't done that. It's like, oh, so it's going back to this thing of action needs to be taken, whether you're manifesting and wanting to welcome stuff in, or whether you're having readings and guidance and stuff. Like, whether you're coming to me, whether you're going to anyone else, either invest in the time and like the money to have a full reading. So not only do you know where you're at, but you can, I don't know, well, other people might work differently, but when you have a one-to-one with me and all the colors and everything, I'll go through everything that's going on. Then I work out a plan so you can kind of do it to fix your own problems. I'm not going to fix them for you. I'm not going to say, oh, this has happened and this is like, you need to have that level of action. You need to have that level of accountability. And a lot of you, like, you need to have more patience, okay? Because you're not seeing results like there, and there. And you'll be like, oh, that reading was shit, or oh, this didn't happen, and you just get wound up and wound up and wound up, and then you flit and flit and flit and flit all these free readings, and it's like getting pieces for a puzzle, and you put them together, and they're all pieces from different puzzles, but it's like you've taken a piece from each box, and you're trying to fit it together, and you're not getting the full picture, and you're getting really arsey, thinking, well, it's not working, it's not good enough, my life's gone to shit, I can't do this, and you're stressing yourself out. You're doing yourself a disservice by going here, there, and everywhere else. And like in the comments, it's I'm grateful to all of you for saying about where you go, but even if you don't come to me for guidance or whatever, but pick someone and just use that person and trust, so you've got that longevity about it as well, or there's that commitment, or there's accountability there as well. Like, yes, I'm more than happy to give a bit of guidance here and there. But if I'm not going to see you for like weeks or months on end, and then you come back and you're like, no, it didn't happen. It's like, well, nah. Whereas if you're in my Soul Circle membership, or if I'm like seeing you regularly, or if you have like a full-on one-to-one session where we've mapped it out, I can feel confident that you're going to go away and then you're hopefully going to do the things that we've planned together. Whereas online, if it's just literally like this on a live, there's not much of a two-way thing going on. You can put in the comments and I can kind of have a mini conversation, but otherwise there's not a lot of planning. There's not a lot of accountability. There's not a lot of commitment, and it's hard to implement on half a story. And it's even harder to implement on loads of half stories that you're trying to piece together, because I'm going to say it, yeah, because you're too much of a skinflint to pay for a full session of whether it's a reading, a healing, a training course, or whatever it is. Like going out and getting all these freebies, it's just like, well, you need to invest in you. Otherwise, if you're not giving the energy, the attention, the investment, all of that to yourself, Why is anyone else going to want to? Why is like the universe source going to give to you what you want if you haven't got that commitment to you? Why should anything or anyone else? Amanda, just having a look. Keep having multiple readings everywhere. Spirit, stop messing about. We'll see you ask, but actually, yeah. And a lot of it, it's kind of like it's like that broken record thing. You just get fed up of it, and then eventually either nothing comes, and it's just the same thing, and you're just like. And there's a lot of the time, like, yes, you'll get a lot of messages, whether it's from me or whether it's like from Claire or anyone else that does any form of guidance online. A lot of it will come through the same, and then I'll get people go, yeah, so-and-so told me that too, and it's like, well, do it then. And this isn't me being an asshole, right? I'm not being an asshole. I'm saying this is a bit of tough love, because I think people need a bit of tough love, because I want to see you succeed. I'm not here to do a bit of glamour psychic to be like, oh, you'll meet a tall, handsome man and you'll have lots of money and lots of babies and blah. Like, no. But people will do that, and they'll take your money and they'll run with it because that's what they do. But I'm here for the long run. I'm here to see you succeed. I'm here to see you getting off your arse, making the changes that you need to make to live your best life, to help you raise your confidence, to delve into your spiritual self, to see you bloom. And that's why I've stopped doing just the little freebie, cheapy little readings, because there's not that commitment there. There's not enough of an energy exchange there for you to be accountable for it, or for it to work. You need to invest in yourself, not just money, but time, energy, love. It needs to be there for you, because if you're not giving it to yourself, then, like I say, well, like RuPaul says, if you ain't going to love yourself, how in the hell is anybody else? But I'm continuing this, but I'm just going to look at the comments. Eileen, hello, lovely. How are you doing? Michelle, don't watch different people, not interested. If you don't take steps to achieve your goals or what you want, then you'll be stuck in the same place. Exactly. And it's just that like thing I said about hoping and wishing for a cake, but not taking any action. And then you get assy when it doesn't appear. Sam, who doesn't love a freebie, but you're worth every penny? Exactly. I love a freebie. I absolutely love a freebie. Like, more so when it's like freebie, like snacks and stuff in the supermarket. But the thing is, though, like talking of freebie cheese, all right, you go into like the cheese counter and there's a little taster and you're like, yeah, okay, that's nice, and it like kind of satisfies the taste buds for a little minute, and then that's it, it's over and done with, and it's free, and you're just like, nah, all right then. Like, you're not that fussed on it. But when you spend that little bit more money or that time or that energy, like, it's not always about money, but it has to. A lot of the time when you spend more money, it's much more precious to you. And I know there are things there that are sentimental and whatnot, but a lot of the time the balance comes from the money, because you're investing something that is a lot of the time precious to you, or that you haven't got a lot of. So the balance, it's given that sort of investment, not just from a financial sense, but from that energy sense. Michael, hello. Yes, it has been a while. This is the second time I've been live since December, but I'm going to be back every Tuesday. Sam, when will this tall, handsome man with lots of money appear for me? Hang on, I shall tell you. I shall tell you with my crystal ball. No, I got this. This was a 30th birthday present from Claire, my lovely, wonderful friend, who I actually have a catch-up call with tomorrow, because we haven't really caught up much this year. But yes, I shall look into my crystal ball. I shall tell you, you shall meet a tall, dark, handsome man. Sam, there you go. Lauren, can tell you all now, the reading 6 years ago at the time didn't make much sense, but right now it's happening. It's a little crazy. Do wish I could do one-to-ones if I need it, but one do. Yeah, Lauren is one of my loyal ladies that has been around for a long, long time. There you go. It's not necessary for you to do that. Has he a brother? He's a brother. Free champagne. Yeah, see, that's a freebie I can get behind. I can definitely get behind free champagne. Still looking for it, so I'll have to let you know. I shall gaze into the crystal ball. Need a tall, rich, handsome man too, but can't find him in Morrison's. Oh, I love it. See, if only. And then we could find a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, and then we could all just ride off on a unicorn, and it would be wonderful. It would be absolute bliss. Yeah, Claire. So I do need to catch up with her, but I know she's been off on a bit of a journey this week, visiting some friends. So I'm gonna have a catch up with her tomorrow and check in and see how she's doing. Don't take samples, really. Exactly. And actually, like, something I've been pondering, there is like a masterclass, like a free masterclass that I am going to put on, but I'm not talking much about that yet. But it will cover a lot of this stuff. But it's like that thing of when you go, like, it's expectation as well, and the expectation for you and expectation for like them of what you expect to receive. And it's like, for using analogies, I like analogies and metaphors and whatnot. Can't find a unicorn either though, damn it. So if you think, right, you go to a fast food outlet, you pay 99p for a burger, like for a cheeseburger, and yeah, it's all right. It's a 99p cheeseburger. Wolf it down, like it's not gonna drastically, well, it might drastically change your day. I don't know. It depends how much you like cheeseburgers, really. But this 99p cheeseburger, you're just going to wolf it down. It doesn't really, it comes wrapped in a bit of papery plastic. It's not presented wonderfully. And it just looks, oh, I've got a child coming in now. Yes. Gone up. No, up to bed, please. Come on. Night. I love you. No, you don't need anything. You've had everything that you need. Don't look at me like that. Go on, up to bed. She's been a sneak. This is not me being a horrible mother, but yes, we've had a bit of a day, haven't we? Right, go on up to bed. If you need anything, go and get it, but then straight up to bed, please. Right, I love you. Yes. Anyway, I've got you saying whatnot. When you don't go look in the appear. Okay, I've lost my trail of thought now. Yes, cheeseburgers is where I was at. So how do a cheeseburger or a stroppy child? I'd take the cheeseburger. It was my daughter, yes. So my son is up in bed. He is chilling. Imogen always likes to creep down because she knows when I'm on a live. She likes to creep in because everyone says hello to her. Lauren, both. Anyway, back on the cheeseburger. So when you spend like 99p or 99 cents, wherever you're at, you don't really have high expectations for this burger. Like, if you pay 99p, do you really want them to have a waiter in a suit and tie come over and present to you and silver service and that? You're not that fussed. You're really not fussed because it's 99p. However, if you're paying 50 quid for a steak and you make the effort, you go there, you're all glammed up because it's a nice place. You're paying 50 quid for this steak, plus your starter, plus your sides and your drink, your champagne, and then your pudding, and then they add on that gratuity charge at the end as well. You expect that there's going to be a good service. You expect that this steak is going to be good. And actually, like, you're having a nice time. You're spending this money that maybe it's money that you've saved up for a special occasion. And this is an experience. It's not just a quick cheeseburger you're going to wolf down on the drive-through. Like, this is an experience. You've planned around it. Like, you're really invested in this. You're expecting of them because you're paying more for it. And you know that you're going to get something good. Like, sometimes, yeah, you expect something good because you're paying more and it's a bit shit. But that's just on the off chance. But the point I'm making here is that it sets the expectation, not just because it's cheap, but because it's just like, you don't get dressed up to the nines to go to McDonald's for a 99p cheeseburger or to go to KFC for a little thing of popcorn chicken. But you get dressed up and you get excited about going to this nice restaurant, or it might be a Michelin star chef restaurant, and you go and you have all the nice things, and it's an experience and you enjoy it, and it's special. And this comes down to not just when you're eating, it's not just like your dining habits, but life. Like, if you want something and you want it bad enough, then wait, save for it. Or if you haven't got the time right now, wait, and then you can move things around so you can give it the time it deserves, that you can savor it, that you can enjoy it. But also it sets that expectation. If you pay shit, you get shit. All right. And it's a common known fact. However, if you pay expensive, some expensive things are still shit. They're just overpriced shit. But it's not, then it gets to the point, it's not just about the quality. It's about like what's the word I'm looking for? there's a status like kind of thing. So I'm just reading here. Cost about 17 quid, total waste of money out for dinner Friday. Oh, fingers crossed. Nicholas, stroppy daughter every day. Think it's hormones. I know the feeling. Carly girls. Carmen got 2 girls, 13 and 14. Oh wow. Vicky, oh, it's good to see you on here. So yeah, going back to this. Hang on, I need to put the crystal ball back because I'm fidgeting too much. That's it, Sat. If you pay peanuts, you get monkeys, and you absolutely do. You really, really do. And like I was saying, it's not just about your dining habits, but whether you're investing in a course or you're investing in like clothes or like school shoes. Okay, so the parents out there will get this. I spent like literally like I think it was 12 quid on school shoes from a supermarket, and the first day back they were ruined. They were ripped to shreds. They were absolute shite. So then I spent the extra money. I spent nearly 40 quid on a pair of shoes from Clarks, and they literally lasted like 2 whole terms. And that's only because they would have lasted longer if they hadn't grown. And it's sometimes you pay more, not just for the quality, but you expect more of it. And then because you pay more, you look after it more as well. It's like if you get a pair of plimsolls from Primark and it's just like, oh, if they get dirty, it's like, meh. But if you've got some Louboutin shoes and then they get scratches on them, then you're devastated. But what I was saying to you about like the status and whatnot is sometimes stuff can still be shit, but people pay more for it to say they've got it. It's like Tiffany's sells a paperclip for like, what is it? There's like $200 or something like that, like for a paperclip. I've got a paperclip here. There you go. In a set I bought for, I think this set was probably like £2. I'm like, look, I've got all them paper clips in there. But you spend that money to be like, I've got a paper clip from Tiffany's. Spent 200 quid on it. Tiffany's paper clip. And it's that thrill as well, that thrill, that status. So like if you're into your candles, like Jo Malone candles, yeah, you can get a dupe from Aldi if you want one, but you get Jo Malone because you want people to know you've got Jo Malone. And that's what it comes down to, is not just you appreciating it, but other people seeing that you're invested in it, that you do think a bit highly of yourself. And it comes down to everything, like your candles, your food, your cars, your clothes. And I know some of you, like, you're not showboaty, but at the same time, when you do spend more on stuff, you appreciate it more, you look after it better, you have higher expectations of it, which in turn means that you kind of set that precedent and you return those expectations. Always used to get Clark shoes from my two, and they're a little different. Yeah, they are. And going back into not just the money side of it, because I feel like I've gone too far into the money part of it now, but it's more so not just with the free readings, not just with the cheap readings and whatnot, because as well, talking about like free readings on lives and whatnot is one thing, but actually like cheapy readings. And like when I started, and it was because I had no confidence, when I started doing readings, I was charging £5 a reading. And I think to myself now, I'm like nah. From my little kitchen, having strangers come round, £5 a reading. And yeah. And then it would be people that would come round and be like, oh yeah, we'll just do it for a laugh, see what she's like. No, it's only a £5, we'll just go and check it out. And there's no commitment and there's no sort of real need for solution there. It's just to see, just to find out what's going on. Like we'll just see. And again, it doesn't bear that accountability to it. Like if someone's paying me £5 and I give them this reading with all this guidance and stuff, then they're like, all right. Like it doesn't really make a difference if they go away and don't do anything about it. And also with the readings that I used to do, and this is why I don't do them anymore. And I still get people like all the time messaging me, can I book in this? Can I book in for that? And I'm like, I don't do that now. And the reason is because the lower energy stuff, like people just want glamour. They want to see that I can tell them if their partner's having an affair or if they're going to come into money, and all the general just glamour shit, that like the typical psychic stuff that people would just go and see for when they're not really that bothered. But the type of stuff I do is, yeah, I will do readings, guidance and whatnot, but it's for the long term. It's for you to literally, if you're in a dark place and you're struggling to see where you need to be, or if you just need a bit of inspiration and whatnot, That's why I give them, because then I can give you not necessarily hope, because there might be more darkness to come, but I can at least be a guiding light through that to support you to get to a point where you can at least tolerate it, or where you've blossomed and you've bloomed and can help you address it. I'm not just going to tell you a lot of bad shit and leave you to deal with it. Like, the whole point of what I do is to literally guide you to facilitate your own help, because I'm not here to help you. I'm not here to fix your problems. And some people will literally feed you a load of shit and say that they're here to do X, Y, and Z, and all your problems will be gone. And it's like, well, you have to take the action, you have to implement, you have to have a plan, and there needs to be a solution. And that's why I don't do the cheapy little glamour readings just for a laugh, or just because, or just for fun, just for a novelty. I used to do it, and I stopped doing it for 2 years. I literally stopped doing any kind of spiritual work for 2 years because I was so run down, because the energy balance wasn't right, because I wasn't honoring my connection. I wasn't honoring my energy and my spiritual self. And Lou, you're a guide. I'm like, oh, thank you so much. Thank you. And I had to take a break because I wasn't being kind to myself, and I was like a conveyor belt, just churning out readings just for fun. I was doing parties, I was doing events and stuff, and it just wasn't quite right for me. So I stopped for 2 years, and then I started going into like the deeper spiritual stuff, because I think there's a misconception there that people think when you're spiritual, you do readings and it's good fun. But there's more to it. And I find that through, like, obviously training and working with meditation, with doing more with connecting in with my guides and the past life work that I've been doing, and just the real deep spiritual stuff. I feel like people either maybe they don't know about it, or they're just not interested in it. But there is so many different layers up and down, and there's a lot to deal with. Whereas the readings that I used to do before, those kind of ones, and they're the really like cheap and nasty readings you get, are just surface level. They're there to just scratch an itch. They're not there to solve any problems for you, and they're not really there for the long haul. And so next time you book, whether it's with me, whether it's with anyone else, because there's absolutely no obligation to book anything with me, but just kind of err on the side of caution. One, about who you're booking with, make sure that they are reputable, because there is a lot of fakes out there. I think Pat had put that on there actually in the comments. There's a lot of fakes out there, but also as well, just make, like, you're doing yourself a disservice if you can't afford a proper guidance session with a person that you know is shit hot. Don't just spend a tenner here and there and a tenner here and there with all these shit people that are just going to give you a little tidbit. Save up. And when you get that reading that is going to be pivotal to you, that's going to have that potent energy, that everything that you need to really, really help you, you'll appreciate it more. You really, really will. And then because you've saved up, you've taken the time and the energy, then it's going to mean much more to you as well. You're going to want to take on the guidance that's been given to you. You're going to want to take the action to make the changes, because you've not just had like a fleeting cheapy reading that's just like, meh, all right. Like, this actually means a lot to you. You're invested in it, not just in money, but in time and in energy. Let's have a read there. Your readings are there to genuinely help the buyers, which is why they're so good, because they're coming from a good place. They are. And I know everyone's going to be like, oh yes, I'm genuine and I'm this and I'm that. But I hate to see people put out. I hate to see people getting done over. And maybe I'm just naive to the ways of the world, and I just like to see the good in everyone. And I just don't understand why there's bad people out there that do bad things. But I just don't get, like, why people don't just want to help other people. So there we go. Don't know. No, and when we're little, they were the best. So we're just going to ask, when are we going to do a past life workshop? Okay, so with the past life stuff, so I did enroll on a course and I did get into it, and I stopped about a year or so ago. But the past life stuff is very, very high on my list of priorities right now, and I am actually properly training and doing it. I'm doing it to do the past life hypnotherapy regression. But not only that, it'll be a foundation level and a, what's the word? Not higher, like a advanced level, but then also to do an accredited, so like an even higher level. And once I've done the hypnotherapy regression training, then I'm working through past life healing at the minute as well. I can do past life meditations, but it's not quite as good as a regression and the full hypnotherapy shebang. It's very scientific, so there's a lot of it to get my head around. But past life stuff, like those of you that have followed me for a while and have worked with me, past life does come up a lot when I do guidance stuff with people, and I can tune into your past lives and I can do stuff like that for you. But I think for you to actually regress and move into a past life yourself, for me to help you through that, that's special, and that's really where I want to be at. So I'm hoping that if I really knuckle down and get my head in the game, that I can hopefully be qualified by the summer. We shall see. We will really, really, really see. Sam's excited. Claire, that's fab, man. I just love past life stuff. It's so intriguing. I could talk about past life stuff for ages. Michael, really interested in the regression of things, not ignoring you, replumbing a sink in this. Oh, I'm glad I am the background noise to your plumbing skills. Feel free to tap into my past lives if you need them. Yeah, so I do have an actual past life meditation that you can go into the meditation yourself. And a few of you have done it with me, whether it was like a Balm for the Soul session that I used to run, or if you're in the Soul Circle and you've done the past life meditations there. But past lives carry a lot of stuff, and it's good to like delve in if you're just interested, just out of curiosity, but it can actually help you in this lifetime as well, like physically, emotionally, and in lots of many ways, and also working out why you're the way you are or why things are the way they are. But with the regression and whatnot, you can regress to earlier times in this lifetime, and then you can regress to like literally like past lives that your soul has had. I think for me, I would probably do more so like the soul past lives rather than the lifetime past life, because that's not where I want to be taking it. But honestly, I could talk about past lives forevermore, and like my own ones. I've been taking journeys into my own past lives. I think so far I've connected with 5 past lives of mine so far. 5 off the top of my head, 5 so far anyway. But 2 of them that are the most prominent. And like with your past lives, you can either have lived a skill and carried it forward into this lifetime, or there'll be some sort of trauma or injury that can carry forward. And there's karma that comes through through the lifetimes as well. And like anything that's happened in a past life before could create a karmic reaction in this lifetime. And equally, if you've been trying to like restore the balance, you could keep coming into lifetimes facing the same problems because you're trying to restore that balance. Been on a life forever. I think my favorite meditation was the spirit guide one. Yes, that is good. Be interested to see who I was. So if you so I do have access, if you're not in my Soul Circle membership, I do have access to like a meditation library that you can just pay monthly to have access to it all. Or what I do have, let's take a wee look at this one. I'll show you. Let's do a screen share. I haven't done a screen share yet, and I do love a screen share. Also, don't go anywhere if you're hanging on, because I do have to announce the winner of the soul art painting yet. So if you don't have a clue about that, don't worry. Like, entries close for that at 8:45. So if your name's not down, then your name's not down. Right, let's have a look. Let's share screen. Let's find the right one. Yes, okay, there we go. So this is my website. If you were to go on the website, this is exactly what you would find. Obviously, if you're on a mobile device, it might be a bit different. So on here, anyway, you can find all of this. So if you go down to self-led content in the Confidence Hub, and then here, so this is, oh, hang on, let's take that banner down. So have we all been in a past life? Not everyone has, but it's most likely that you have lived some form of past life, some more than others. It'd be interesting to see who I were in a past life. Yeah, and it can have a knock-on effect, and it's really interesting actually to see what's carried forward, or any trauma or any injuries or memories and stuff as well. So looking here, yeah, so if you're on the website and you click onto self-led content in the Confidence Hub, then, hang on, I need to share a different one now because it's opened a new window. Great. Where is that at? There we go. Is it this one? No, yes, no, yes, okay, this one. So this is, exit preview, this is the Confidence Hub. So this is if you've ever joined a masterclass or a program, anything with me, you will have an account on this hub. If you haven't, then you won't have a hub account. But all my Soul Circles members do. So the hub, you can sign in here and then you can click onto your dashboard, which will have anything that you've ever joined. However, if you scroll down to available offerings, there is stuff on here that you can click onto if you want, as well as the color masterclasses. That's on there. And the one that I'm running there as well. So what I was talking about though is the meditation library. So on this one, it is literally like an ever-growing library of my meditations. And if you click onto subscribe, you can get access to it for just £22 a month. And that's unlimited access to the meditation library. However, Soul Circle members get access to this and more, but I did close the doors on Friday technically. So if you didn't apply to join, then then that's that. But anyway, so you've got that one, the meditation library that you can look at. Then also you've got this one. If you want to do more about color, you can look at these masterclasses. But if you want to join me for the live masterclass on the 28th, that's this one you can click onto. You can read more about it on there and then save your space. That's 22 there. You get unlimited replay access. So once you've got it, like you can look back and watch it again and again. And that'll be to create your whole chart. So that course there, I think I did put the link in the comments. So there we go. Nicola, I've been told many times I'm an odd soul. I'd love to know what past lives because this one as well. I don't even feel a lot of challenges. Yeah, and you'll find that this will be either like a karmic reaction to anything that you've been through before, or there are certain things that your soul needs to learn in this lifetime in order to move forward or to ascend for the next one. So sometimes I always think of it as like, I'm going to take that down, I don't know, like our soul has a checklist and it'll move through different lifetimes to check off this checklist. But I'm getting into a completely different topic now with the past lives. That I'll talk about that properly on another live. But yeah, if you want to get onto that masterclass, I'm going to drop you the link again. Let's go copy. Okay, so if you want to get onto that masterclass on the 28th for the color stuff, that is there. And then I'm going to drop you the meditation library one as well. So that one has got meditations to connect in with your spirit guide. It's got past life meditations. It's got healing meditations. It's got a lot of stuff in there. So you can click on that. You can have a look through and you can see what's on there. I also do have to say, I will be closing it in a couple of days, but I have one space left on my retreat to Glastonbury next month. So it's a 2-night retreat, all inclusive, includes your meals, includes your accommodation, includes all your excursions, everything like that. So that'll be Glastonbury. If anyone is interested in taking that last space, please do let me know. There is another retreat to Inverness, to Loch Ness in August. The information is out in there. You can find all the retreat stuff on the website. But if anyone wants to take that Glastonbury spot, let me know ASAP because I am going to close it in the next couple of days. So it'll be the Glastonbury one it's for spring equinox. And it's on, hang on, I need the right month. Friday the 18th of March to Sunday the 20th of March. However, on the 18th, if you've got work that day, we don't actually start the retreat on the Friday until like 6:30 in the evening. So if anyone does want to take that, you can find out more on the website or you can message me. But I'm going to head off in a minute. Before I do, let me announce the winner of the soul art painting. So the soul art painting, I'll just tell you a bit about it before I do. So they are all bespoke. They're quite abstract pieces. And I create them in oils, but I'll cleanse all the canvas and it'll be infused with healing, like hand crushed crystals. I crush all the crystals myself and that'll be infused in. And then you'll have sacred waters. I've got, at the minute, I've got white spring and red spring water from Glastonbury. I haven't got any Loch Ness water at the minute, but I am going to get some of that next time I go up. And then it will be like a healing piece that will come with a channel message. You can either meditate with it or you can just sit with it for some healing. You can put it up wherever you want to and just use it as you will, but it'll be bespoke to you. And you might not find like this instant, like consciously, but there will be like a deep soul connection with this painting, and I'll connect in with you. So whoever wins it will get to have a bit of a chat with me for me to tune into you, your energy, what you kind of need at the minute. And then your painting will be created for you. Sam says, mine's absolutely beautiful. I love it. I loved creating your painting. It was really, really gorgeous. So let's see who is going to be the next owner of a soul art painting. Let's have a look. So I've got all the names on that entered in. Hopefully you're all here watching. Where are we at? There we go. Soul art giveaway. Okie doke. So hopefully you can all see that. So all the names on the list, we've got Sam, Carly, Pat, Leanne, Becky, Amy, Alison, Lou, Christine, Trudy, Aliki, Linda, and Emma. Okay, so let's have a wee look. If you didn't get your name down, then keep an eye on the page for more things coming up. But without further ado, give me a 1 in the comments if you want to find out who the winner is. Okay. I'm excited. I'm nervous to find out who it is. Well, I'm not nervous. I'm just like, oh, who's it going to be? That'll be really, really exciting to create a piece of art for one of you. Okay. Lots of you excited to find out. Eek. Right, I can't wait. If just to double check before I pull it, if you know for a fact you put your name down and it's not on there, let me know. But this isn't a chance for any chancers to say. Didn't know about it. I hope we catch the next one. Oh, bless you. Your artwork's amazing though, Vicky. Yours is so good. Okay, right. Let's find out who the winner is. Ready to go? Aliki, are you here live with us? Oh, amazing. Right, I don't know if you're here live because I haven't seen you in the comments, but if you're here live, otherwise I'm going to try and tag you. Let me try and tag you on the live. I'll turn it down, otherwise it will go really weird on my phone. Okay. Where are we at? I'm going to try tag her now. Okay, lots of congratulations. Do not go anywhere though, because you know what I'm like. Oh, I can't find her. Is she here? I don't know. I can't tag her. Oh no, I can't find her. Okay, I'm gonna have to try and do it. Maybe myself. Oh. Okay, if anyone has Aliki from, because she was in the not Woman Unleashed, the big welcoming. If any of you added her on there, or if anyone knows her, then please do. Are you here yet? No, you're not here yet. No. Okay, let me change my. We need to tag her, but because I'm me, and you know I can't help myself, I'm gonna do another one. So I'm just gonna tag her on this one, just so we can. Okay, right. Can't find her. There she is. Okay. Right, I've tagged her now. Woohoo! Okay, right, so if you're ready for round 2, and I'm doing 2 and that's it, otherwise I'll get carried away with myself. If you're ready for me to do a second giveaway, give me number 2 in the comments. Okie doke. Right, and then after this, I'm definitely going to go. Okay. Right, lots of 2s coming in, lots of people excited. Okay. Let's have a look and see who winner number 2 is. So we'll take Aliki off there. Okay. Fingers crossed for you all. And let's see who winner number 2 is. Oh, Becky, that was close. So Leanne put her name down for her mum. So bless her. So Aliki and Leanne, I don't know if you're on watching either. No, I'm watching one. What? That's a cop out. Right, I'll tag Lee. There we go. Oh, so thank you for all of you that did put in. However, if you do want to look into having your own painting done, you can of course find out more on the website about that. Anyone that did put their name down to enter, I am going to offer you 20% off a painting if you decide to have one done. But obviously there's no obligation to do so, but because I'm me and I'm nice and I just like to give away too much all the time. So there we go. Sam, put your name down for your mum too. Your mum's name down was down as well. She had 2 goes. So I'm going to make a note of that. So 20% off paintings. I do have, and I've got different canvases as well. So I've got some big ones, I've got some circle ones, I've got some little square ones. So if anyone does want to have a look, you can go on to, I'll take that off a sec. You can go on, actually I'll drop you the link for, well, if you just go on the website, you'll find everything anyway. But soul art painting, here's the link here, and then you can find out more. I am gonna didn't win though. I'm gonna head off in a second, and I'll let all of you enjoy your night. But don't forget, obviously, if you've just joined us and you didn't watch much, you can watch back for the weekly color guidance that I gave, and also don't forget about that masterclass as well. So that's on the 28th. It's £22 a person, unless of course you're a Soul Circle member, then you get your Soul Circle discount. I'm just going to drop the link again for that Astro Color Confidence Masterclass, and that'll be helping you to find confidence and clarity and a bit of guidance in moving into your color chart, finding out how you can use this color chart here to work for you depending on what your signs are and your colors are. So there is the link there. It'd be a pleasure. I know some of you have signed up already, which is exciting. I can't wait to run it. Alison, winners in life, and said, absolutely. You're absolutely winners in life. So there you go. That's the link for the masterclass. And of course, you can find out more about anything, the one-to-ones, the masterclasses, anything else on the website. Do go to annavea.co.uk and check it all out. So sending you lots and lots of love. We're on Tuesday today, aren't we? So if you're in my Soul Circle, I will see you tomorrow night for our guest expert session on Zoom. And I will also see you for our live on Thursday. If there's anyone watching that didn't get to join the Soul Circle and you're watching now and you would like to join the Soul Circle, then pop me a sneaky message and I might let you in the back door. Because technically the Soul Circle is closed. I closed it at the weekend. But if you missed out because you didn't see anything on Facebook, then pop me a message. But I'm going to wish you all a good night. Lots of love to you all. Good night, everyone. Thank you all for joining me, for your comments and for staying on. I will see you super soon. Mwah. Lots of love. See you later. Oh, where's my thing? Right. Bye.
If I'm a mad woman.